few moments ago, you were talking about how God will know it's like 9 to 11 or 8 to 11, and how time is counting down, and God's presently aware of what is happening at a specific moment here.
Yes.
Does that change, I guess, what we might call the knowledge bank of God, or talk about middle knowledge of God, maybe? If God even is learning or progressively knowing more about the universe, or does God actually completely exist out of time?
Well, the argument or the view that I've defended is that God is in time now. Since the beginning of the world, God is in time. So he knows what time it is. He knows it is now 5 to 11. And that knowledge is constantly turning over as time goes on. Now, it's not as though he's learning anything new in the sense that there are facts that he didn't know before, like that in 1 minute it will be 4 to 11, and then 1 minute later he knows it is now 4 to 11. Well, that's sort of like learning something new, isn't it? But it's not as though it caught him by surprise or he was ignorant. So I would say, yes, God's knowledge is constantly changing in virtue of him being in time and knowing what time it is. He knows the exact state of the universe. He knows the location of every particle in the universe and its velocity right now. And so in that sense, because that's always changing, his knowledge will always be changing too.
Okay, great, thanks. And this might be too lengthy of an answer for a follow-up question here, but how does that maybe affect the doctrine of salvation, or how God actually knows us and has called us to be children before whether we're actually able to make a decision?
Yeah, that's probably too lengthy a question.
Yeah, that's probably right. Great. Thank you.
No, seriously. Prior to my work on God and abstract objects and my work on divine eternity, I spent 7 years studying divine foreknowledge and omniscience. In particular, the claim that God's foreknowledge of future free acts is incompatible with human freedom. And the argument there is that if God knows that you will do X, then you must do X. It's fated. It's necessary that you do X. And what I show is that that's a logically fallacious argument. From the fact that God foreknows that you will do X, it only follows that you will do X, but not that you must do X. You could refrain from X, but if you were to refrain, then God would have foreknown not X instead. So I don't think there's any incompatibility between God's foreknowledge and our freedom, in particular his foreknowledge of those who will place their faith in Christ and be part of the elect.